right. And as sad as it is, the whoa, it took away a whole 1 minute and 10 seconds. Oh yeah, of course. 70 seconds is 1 minute and 10 seconds. What am I talking about? I was thinking it was the 110 because that was another option. But let's see. So off the bat, it banned the Pudge. Yeah. So as we looked at before the game started, the DaviruzZ Overcooked 2 played a really good mid Pudge on their Dragon, playing the Pudge, and it was insane with I think 27 kills, 2 deaths. It was a really nasty performance on the mid Pudge. And finally, it is showing us the screen, but it is glitched and will not show us the heroes. So we are having some slight technical difficulties, as it'll probably fix here in a second. Once another hero pick happens, it should fix. Nope, never mind. It is not fixing. I'm gonna have to disconnect. I don't think I can disconnect, can I? If I disconnect, it's gonna take me out altogether, probably. So we'll see if this works. Alright, that fixed it. So it looks like for picks, we have a Sand King and a Weaver. Weaver probably being played by Smug. That's what we played last time. So there's no surprises. I think it's a pause 4 Weaver. And we get a Sand King, which is a super strong hero in this kind of tier of Dota. This is really really good farming potential, really good team fight, and just kind of gives you everything you need. His stun's super good. My recommendation when it comes to Sand King, just a personal recommendation, is going for a like range on your stun, things like that. I think are really good. So get sound in from this game. I'm not getting any sound. I don't know if you guys are. Hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, looks like Steam sound is coming in loud and clear. We should be all good. And it is a Spirit Breaker as second pick. We also saw that from this team, so that's not, these are all heroes that they're comfortable with. They've played in this kind of scenario before. And a Disruptor coming out here. I mean, yeah, just a super safe support pick. Nothing really to say here. I wish I had a Cookcaster too, but that's alright. Let's see, Magnus ban, Morphling ban.
10 seconds. It's Dyer's ban now.
Let's see. It's actually kind of surprised. Matty Boy hasn't really touched his reserve time yet, which is smart. I mean, he only has 1 minute of it. It's pretty rough getting a whole night, like 70-second deficit on that, but he's been able to reserve his reserve time for the most part, for the time being, just using 10 seconds of it, where the other team has used a nice, 40 seconds of reserve time. And it's unfortunate that Matty Boy doesn't get that time, but at least he's being smart about the way he's using it and saving that, most likely for his last pick, as he kind of needs to be able to think about what the enemy's going to be picking here. Unless, of course, he uses all his reserve time right here, which would be unfortunate. I think the smart thing for him to do is just use all the time he has before it ticks on his reserve time every time he picks. Even if he's confident, he can always talk about his next pick and things like that. So it's a smart thing for him to do, and he'll put that to use here. Picks up the Snapfire and gives himself some time to think about bands and what they're looking at for that. He still has a whole minute of reserve time, so it is going to be nice. All right, picks up a Faceless Void, going for the carry. Yeah. This looks like a pretty strong lineup. Although Rubik could be a little bit rough on this team. I mean, stolen cookies, stolen kisses, things like that. Those could really, really suck.
5 seconds left.
Yeah, but now Dragon kind of ticking into his own reserve time. We see it. Oh, okay, Wraith King. Wraith King's been pretty popular in these games. I think we've seen 4 Wraith Kings. This is the 4th one. Yeah, I think so. Maybe this is the 3rd one. It's a really strong hero, very safe hero to play, and not bad against the Faceless Void because he can eat up 1 chrono and then he's alive for the second one, things like that, or alive second life, you know, after the chrono's over. So it could be really, really nice. Now they're getting into these bands. Matty Boy kind of ticking into his reserve time. This reserve time is scaring me, man, because he only has 45 seconds left. For those who missed it, he did have to get a penalty because I think he was like 19 minutes late, pretty sure. It was like on the dot. Almost 20 minutes, so he didn't have to get the forfeit, but he did get a penalty. Pretty bad penalty there. And they do ban out the OD.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left.
See here, we're waiting on these next bands. Yeah, we're almost down to the similar reserve time. This reserve time, I know I'm focusing so much on it, but it's terrifying me. Okay, ban the sniper. That's interesting. I don't really see much for a sniper pick in this draft, but okay, ban it out. It's something they didn't want to see. They don't want to fight against. It is hard for them to be able to get on top of a sniper with this lineup. All they do, the Spirit Breaker does get on top of a sniper decently well. But I guess they just don't want to see that in this game. So we have no sniper. We'll see what ban comes out from Matty Boy. All right, get a Viper ban. Yeah, I mean Viper you just don't want to fight against a Viper. Yeah, that's a tough one to go up against.
10
Yep.
seconds. 5 seconds left.
And so I'm assuming if we look at these lanes, it's probably going to be Rubik 5, Weaver 4, Spirit Breaker 3. Okay, get Coddle. All right. Oh, okay. I think it's mid Coddle probably. Mid Coddle's not bad. You get like a what do you get? You get a Dagon. You get a Dagon. You could also get you could probably get a Meteor Hammer with mid Coddle. Something like that. Something to push out the waves. You can just blast the waves and hit the tower with Meteor Hammer. That could be really, really good.
5 seconds.
Now Rubik is a super weak laner. Super weak laner. So this is going to be a pretty tough matchup for this Rubik. And Matty Boy actually didn't really go much into his reserve time. All right. And now my worries are subsided. He made it through the draft phase. All right. Now, Dragon final pick goes for the Void Spirit. All right, and as we saw in the last series of games with Choco and I, and then Jackie and I, this Void Spirit is really good, really nice pick-off potential with a Spirit Breaker, with a Weaver maybe. It could be really, really strong. And my game is glitching out again. There are double of all the heroes here. Except for the Coddle. Oh. Wait, no, went back to normal. Alright, we got Chris back on this Wraith King. We have Dragon now in the Void Spirit. DaviruzZ taking the Rubik, and we have MKY on the Spirit Breaker, and Jason Lee on the Weaver. And then of course, I think I was mixing up the teams, because it is not, oh no, it is Smug. Smug is, wait, which one's Smug? Is he, wait, I think it's Jason Lee. I think that's Smug. But we got Yumi here, mid Coddle. We have Slizzy on the Faceless Void. We have Kid Dynamite here playing the Snapfire. We have Radagast on the Disruptor, and we have Matty Boy on the Sand King. I believe Radagast is playing the position 5, and then Kid Dynamite would be playing position 4 because he's standing in for Boofus. I don't know what position Boofus plays normally, but most likely Snapfire is going to be a 4, most likely. Although yesterday we did see him as a 5. All right. Let's check out these lands. Look at these items here.
Fortune and glory await.
Yeah, I mean, we generally know these lanes. This is a 3 Spirit Breaker. That should be very interesting to see. And we got Dragon here. Yeah, mid. Those are. I mean, we know Dragon plays mid. What am I talking about? But that is a mid Yumi. And yeah. Looks like.
Absolutely not what I expected.
That should be a pause for Kid Dynamite here. You see some punches going out. Interesting. He walks all the way up here. Not sure what he's starting at. And he's gonna take some hits. Doesn't take as many as he could. Weaver doesn't jump forward with that invis. He could have potentially taken him down that time, but they don't. He'll walk out of that and not really get anything. I think he was trying to ward, and they think there's a ward there. There is not indeed. Looks like they do have a ward in here that I put super early in the game. Spotting out this little area here. And they got their ward down here. They believe there's an enemy ward. There is none, actually. As there'll be more punches shot out at this, between this Weaver and this Snapfire. Snapfire taking a load of damage at the beginning already, making his laning phase going to be that much harder. But he does have some tangos. Will be able to tango up, but he might want to strip out some more. Surviving this lane. This will most likely be a pretty tough game. From the last games we saw yesterday, they were pretty one-sided, and we'll see how these games go. Matty Boy getting beat up. Hit pretty tough, pretty hard by this Weaver. Knocked back a little further. Not able to get in that XP range. Now walking up finally. This middle lane shouldn't get very interesting, most likely. Not until you get more level 6. But at that point, this Dragon's going to be walking out of lane, most likely trying to gank instead of laning. And, oh my goodness, I missed it. Looks like there was first blood already on Matty Boy. Goes down to the Wraith King. And, that's not really what you want to see. A Wraith King getting early items like that. It's tradition. It's Matty Boy.
I almost feel bad.
And here in this lane, DaviruzZ is getting an interesting pull off. Not exactly sure why. Maybe just holding the lane in that lane of creeps in place. So maybe not trying to actually connect to this. Yeah, this will be a pretty big wave pushing out in their favor. It's a double wave. I guess they weren't able to complete way back over here or something. No, never mind. They didn't actually pull. It's just a double wave. And making it really tough for this Faceless Void to farm anymore. He will get his own pull off. And won't be able to contest that really. It's a very easy pull into a double stack, and DaviruzZ trying to, no, won't be able to take it. And this little lane of creeps will go down. They'll try and protect it from XP range for MKY. And he will stay back and not be able to contest for these creeps. Yeah, deny the range creep, and they're all good to go. And now that lane's back in their favor, We'll charge onto the Faceless Void. You should just walk it off. Yeah, I feel like the most action may be up in this top lane, honestly. Just with Matty Boy and this Wraith King, I don't really know how these two are going to do, but with a minus armor coming out from this Weaver, this could be really tough, and he has to burrow strike forward. There is no stun from the Wraith King left, but he might still go down. They block. Yeah, Kid Dynamite a little too late to get this Weaver, but may still be able to get him, actually. Nope, Fairy Fire up, and he walks away. And this is already not going very well. The taunt's going out from the Weaver. As Matty Boy hopefully not getting too much to his head. But the middle lane looks like Yuumi walking out of lane now, trying to stack up some camps. May possibly. No, just blasting them. Just getting his own stuff here. As he does have the nice blast to be able to chip down at these creeps slowly every once in a while. Let's see here. Wow, they're actually pulling the creeps all the way behind their tower, making this way very hard for any of these to get to. And this will push out into enemy tower too. Although nice diversion here into the creeps.
Dire's middle tower's in trouble.
Yeah. It looks like Matty Boy hasn't really been able to get much for farm. We'll see what his courier is carrying. It's a ring of health. Or it's what's it called? Yeah, ring of health. Yeah, which is super nice these days. I mean, that gives you so much sustain if he switches it into his inventory after one of those iron branches. At least he should do that. Okay, switch for the tangos. And he gets himself in kind of a bad spot, honestly. He is potentially dead again. This is not really where he wants to be, but it's always where he finds himself. Right in between the enemies, or right behind their lines, and he goes down again. That's another kill. And Wraith King getting another kill. Whoa. Somewhere up here, I guess. Onto the Snapfire. Oh, no, wait, that was back here. I guess so. The little skeletons got him. And this game is already starting off pretty rough for Matty Boy and his group. With this top wave, I mean, oops, not net worth. Oops. Last hits. This Wraith King actually doesn't have that many last hits. He is ahead of the Faceless Void still. But he's getting in some pretty good items. Doesn't have his courier coming out yet, but already has his boots. And 900, almost 1,000 gold just sitting in his pocket waiting to buy something. Let's see here. Let's look at Dragon. And a very chill lane. Yuumi not doing. I don't think he's doing bad. He's not behind. He's certainly ahead, being able to farm these neutral camps very, very nicely. Stacks this camp for himself. No, doesn't quite complete it. But it looks like DaviruzZ came into the middle lane to help with these runes. Get this regen rune for his dragon. Coddle, let's see. I'm really curious what item he's going for. He went for the 4 null talismans here. Huh. Just help him blast down camps, farm faster. He's going for the Dagon next. Oh, he can one-shot creep waves now with that. 12% spell amplification. And if we look here bottom, looks like this lane is honestly pretty heavily in favor of the Dire. The Radiant haven't really been able to get out of any of these lanes. And I see here Chris taking down Kit Dynamite in the top lane, diving under tower. And this is certainly not going well. They are riding on the back of this Yuumi to get them anything. And he's been using his spirit form any chance he gets. And back of this top lane. I mean, look at these levels and it's pretty rough. Matty Boy 4 and Chris is now level 6, so he has his ult available. He's not going to need it though, but it gives him that flexibility to have under tower do things like that because he has his mango in his pocket just waiting. And Nice thing about Matty Boy is he is playing a Sand King who can catch up. And so there is that possibility. It's like Rada is getting charged. And most likely he will go down for this. Nowhere really he can go as he's stuck in between them. And yeah, he will fall for that one. This lane's not going super well either. As the score is 0-8 currently with just a lot on this Wraith King. As he is going for Kid Dynamite again. Nice stun, cookie forward. Doesn't actually... Ooh, yeah, Matty Boy will most likely fall for this one. He is safe under tower. Now this Weaver is in a dangerous spot. And they will take him out. This Wraith King also jumping forward a little far with the backup coming from Radagast. He does have a time glimpse back, and he will draw him back. And with the full mana, he will survive this and has enough for round 2. Maybe take someone out, but he's just trying to walk out. Maybe. Ooh, he does draw Radagast back. Radagast. Ooh, just barely gets out of that one. This is actually kind of scary for this Wraith King. He's getting very bold. If Cookie forward, and he might go down. Cookie connects, but there's no follow-up to that. And now Radagast is way too far forward. And this whole fight just turned around. And yeah, this game, it's already a 3K lead. As they all just drop. Here bottom, you see Yuumi getting going on too. And there's no charge available, so he most likely will be able to get out of this. He was able to slow down the Rubik, their only grab available. And he'll walk out of that. Yuumi, the only one who's making it out, and he is still on top of the last hits. We're going to pull up the net worth chart now, and we see it's actually the Void Spirit who's on top, working on his Yule Scepter and almost done with it. That was nasty, though. He got hit by that blast straight in the face. Yeah, but looking down bottom, looks like he's going for the Echo Saber here on the... on the Spirit Breaker. It's been a very easy game for the Dire so far. 12 against 1 makes this game very, very tough for the Radiant. And the Radiant don't really have... I mean they have a decent late game with the Faceless Void. But this Wraith King gets real mean. I can make this game very tough. Because they might look to get a Diffusal Blade, but eventually that's not going to do you any good against a Wraith King. Once he gets his shard, he will be perfectly fine. It looks like there's a charge going up on the Kid Dynamite. And should connect. You got 3 heroes there all ready to take him out. And Matty Boy is caught in the middle of this too. Most likely not going to be able to get out. Nice epicenter though. Just takes out 1, maybe 2. Could go for 2 as Void Spirit getting very deep. They do get the Wraith King. He did not have enough mana for his reincarnation. And now this MKY getting stuck in this wall. Goes in too far, and he should go down for this too. The only one making it out is Void Spirit, and that was a very nice fight for the Radiant with a... that's a nice 1k gold going in their favor, making this game a little bit more viable for them. And now Sand King able to get a little more farm, could get his boots now, got that mana available. But it was a nice epicenter making that fight work. And Yuumi back to farming. And he now has first level Dagon built. And not too far away from his second level. So currently, we're dealing a nice 400 damage with 1 Dagon blast. And able to eliminate a hero pretty nicely at these early stages. Oh wow, there is actually a stolen, what's it called? Illuminate from the Rubik, making this a little bit annoying for this middle lane. They actually have vision here. I don't think they know about this, but that's blocking from this stack, and that is also. If I were them, I would have put it right down here. You can stick it right there. I mean, and people don't know where it is, and you block the camp. But I'm not them, and I'm not playing in this tournament. I am casting the tournament, so I do not get to make those decisions. But looks like they're pushing out this bottom wave. Kid Dynamite sitting at half HP. Just kind of. I mean, if he shows himself, he is dead. There's a Void Spirit. There's a Spirit Breaker. But he does have Slizzy coming over. Needs to be careful though, because they still have kill potential on Slizzy. Slizzy looks like he's trying to use his. Oh my goodness. Looks like he's trying to. Oh, actually gets it off. He gets off a nice chrono onto this Faceless Void, who will go. Void Spirit, who will go down. And most likely the Spirit Breaker to follow as they trap him with the wall. There's nowhere for him to go. He will fall. It's a nice double kill for Yumi. And they're looking for more. They see that there is a Rubik over here. They slow him down. Radagast will pull him back. And yeah, nice cookie stun. And he will drop. So, oh, he stole the cookie though. Still does not make it out. And Yumi will take that one as well. Yumi's dominating. And they're still in this game. They're making sure that it is known they are still an option to win this game. And Radagast putting a little bit of a deep ward, making sure that this camp can't be stacked anymore. As Wraith King though taking top wave, top top tower, and yeah, so they're closing the map out a little bit. I mean, that top tower is probably the least valuable tower on the map though. But oh, whoa, Dagon, oh, they do take out instantly. That was a rough one. And yeah, the Wraith King trying to take these stacks up here, and does take most of it, I think. But cleaned up by Yumi. And now they are taking this bottom tower, and they have a very nice push potential with this Wraith King, able to chip away these towers and then have the team come clean it up. So that's what's been happening to this map as it slowly shrinks for the Radiant. And I think a good item potentially for Yumi to be going for in this game could be an Aghanims. Could be really nice. Keep that team fight kind of in order. Rubik comes over to steal that Illuminate again though. Sorry. Oh no, I actually got that chakra. Didn't see that. Does a chakra work on his... Does that work for all cooldowns? Yeah. Reduces cooldown of all abilities currently on cooldown by a fixed amount. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Because he could steal... Well, he could use that for his like Fade Bolt or his Telekinesis. And make a team fight really tough if he's able to use 2 Telekinesis in one team fight like that. He drops the cooldown by 5 seconds, so yeah, that could be really convenient. As we do have some TPs coming in for this middle tower, but it is already gone, and we might see Sand King come out with an Epicenter going on the Void Spirit. He should be able to get out of this though, it's just barely, and he takes down the Wraith King. But that's only 1 life on the back. They do take out Radagast, and Yumi getting gone on by this Void Spirit, and he may not be able to make it out of this as a charge forward and a... Yeah, he's blown up. And that fight didn't go so well for the Radiant this time. As a 4K lead to the Dire. And, yeah, just a lot of damage being tossed out by this Wraith King. And, that's a decent amount by the Sand King. Just not able to really make it count because Wraith King with the Reincarnation kind of destroys the whole team fight with if you focus him with Epicenter like that. I mean, you can't go on the Wraith King and the Void Spirit if you don't have a follow-up stun or something like that to lock down this Void Spirit. But it looks like top, they do get Slizzy. As I don't know if he used Chrono there. He did not. But the Void Spirit looks like he just picked him off by himself. Nothing really coming out from Slizzy. He just has to go down to that one. As Wraith King starts to take over the enemy jungle. And we'll spot out Radagast. Radagast really bold here. But he gets charged on by Spirit Breaker. Doesn't know it yet, but he's most likely going down here. Might spot out this Spirit Breaker charge in the middle lane. No, they won't. And Spirit Breaker continues forward. And Radagast is still hanging around here. And we'll go down. Yeah, maybe some insufficient warding from their side. They do not spot out this charge. Or they should have seen it up here because I believe he was up there. But Dire charging forward, looking for more. As they got an Invis Dragon. Trying to make some use of this. He most likely saw Matty Boy there. Maybe not. Maybe not. But looks like they're walking forward. Nope, never mind. Not walking forward. They are going back. They were walking forward. But Radagast now TPing back in. He is back in the game and doesn't really have a whole lot to show currently. No real items built yet. Doesn't have his boots finished. But he should be able to finish that. He has that coming on the courier now. Now, Dire does have pretty good vision. They do see, like, basically the whole enemy team right here. They know where they are, and they know where they can fight. It's like Radagast drawing on the map here. Not sure what exactly those directions are, but they're interesting. And we'll see where they follow. But got some overlapping vision here. A little depressing. This ward is kind of sad. This ward? Nice ward, because they have that nice team fight vision. I'm kind of confused by this one. Maybe an accident. Didn't see the other one. But looks like they're pushing this bottom tower. Just keeping that wave pushed in with these skeletons. Radiant scan out this Wraith King. They know he's there. It's Yuumi charging, making the charge forward. Gets ready his blinding light. So they don't actually know where the enemy is anymore. They have no vision of them. So they should just be able to walk out of this whole fight that they had set up. Yeah, Yuumi does have a level 5 Dagon ready, and I'm not sure exactly what he's building next. Looks like he's got his courier on its way. I'm curious. Okay, just a TP scroll coming out on the courier this time. Doesn't have the money for anything more yet. But Yuumi still top of the net worth, even though there's a 6k lead in favor of the Dire. We do see that the Dire, I believe, is pinging out. What's that Radagast pinging out this Roshan? So maybe not sure where the enemy is, but they should see Weaver here climbing up the high ground, trying to scout out for stacks and stuff like that, most likely. And Kid Dynamite will spot it out. Okay, are they watching my stream or something? I told them to do that. A little bit sus. A little bit sus. And they don't see it with that ward. So that'll go unnoticed, and that'll take out their potential for the Ancients. Alright.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's like, let's look at these items here. Yeah, it just finished up a Solar Crest, so that could be really, really nice against this Wraith King. You put it up on the Faceless Void, or really anyone. I mean, just give Faceless Void the Solar Crest, you know, every time, and he gets extra attack speed, he gets extra armor that could make him just that much more, that much stronger. I also give him more Roche potential. They already have potential for Roche with the little Shredder, but okay, looks like Void Spirit coming in, trying to get in on this Faceless Void. Now they'll make the connection, but Faceless Void Chrono onto this Spirit Breaker, and he should walk this off. I mean, but that is a stolen Chrono from the Rubik. In my opinion, not really the best item to steal, or the best ult to steal, because Chrono doesn't get you much if you use it on your whole team. Because this Faceless Void can just walk around in it, but no, they do take out the Faceless Void, making this Chrono that much more deadly. They could stop a team fight from happening, as they will get Matty Boy, and they look to get this Kid Dynamite as well, as he will hop off the high ground, making his way back to his own base. And Wraith King now turns his attention straight into Roshan. Yeah, and a nice Weaver with minus armor, making this most likely a very quick Roshan. Yeah, look at these Wraith King items. This is a very, very strong Wraith King. This game is going to be very hard. Very hard for Matty Boy's team. They cannot even think to contest this. As a Void Spirit walks out with the Aegis, we'll have a nice 2 lives to use all these juicy abilities here and really set up for good kills. Get deep dives in and yeah, make his hero really count in these fights. As they will spot out this Sand King. Chrono goes down, taking out 2. Now they're set up, and it's perfect. And they'll take out this Sand King right after Radagast. And Dagon onto the Wraith King doesn't really do too much, as there's not a whole lot they can do. But they do end up taking out the Faceless Void as well. I think DaviruzZ on the, or Guessingly on the back line, taking him out. And they'll look to push out this middle tower now. Wow, yeah, and this Wraith King hits really hard onto this tower. Looks like he's building a BKB next. That'll definitely help in these team fights against his Coddle. Coddle next item. Oh, he got a Kaya. Okay, so hasn't queued up a next item yet, but I think that'll be their biggest thing here in this game. Is this Coddle with this Coddle build will change the course of this game. So if we look bottom, looks like a Spear Breaker pushing out this tower, and middle tower is also being pushed out. Top as well with the Void Spear is being pushed out, and trying to close up this map, and they will take out Radagast. Chris getting a little bit low, but able to walk out of this. Will not go down. He has his armlet, so he makes it out of this, but still had that reincarnation up, and so yeah, he's doing just fine. We'll go farm up on this creep wave to get his health back with that life steal. And push out this bottom tower. No, nice fortification there. So we'll be fine, but they will spot out Matty Boy. Matty Boy will go down, as he just gets chomped down by this Wraith King. Wraith King is currently feeling just like an unstoppable force. He is 12-1. And Chris really trying to prove himself in this tournament, making himself more of a first pick next time around when it comes to LD2L or ID2L or things like that. Really showing what he's got. And these Wraith King performances have been very deadly, as he just chomps down the enemy team, and looks like they are pushing high ground. And he goes in forward to try and make a move onto Radagast. Won't, but oh, there's a deep charge by the Spear Breaker. He will take down Radagast. He's stuck in the wall though, and will go down for this. He'll get punished for that move, as that's not really the trade you want to see as the Dire, because that's that's 400 for your 3 and 200 for the 2, or for the 1. I mean, and you don't really. I mean, for what 5, not 1. You don't really care so much about taking out the 5. Radagast doesn't offer. His hero is very valuable, but not like a Spear Breaker. So you don't really make trades like that generally, but that's fine. I'm not here to coach. I have to be my own analyst in this. But let's see here. Matty Boy actually skipped the Yule Scepter on the Sand King. Going straight for, what is that? I don't remember what that is. It's not that. I don't remember, but it's this item here with the it has a plate mail. I'm trying to think of one of the plate mail that does that. It's not a Shiva's. It's right, because it's not what Shiva's looks like. Look for the plate mail. Let's see what he could be building. Yeah, not a Shiva's guard. Could be it's a Lotus Orb. He's going for a Lotus Orb. Interesting. You don't really see that very often, I feel like, on a Sand King, a Lotus Orb. But he should be able to farm it up fairly quickly. He has a good farm potential. If he just uses a Sandstorm on a wave, he should be able to take him out very quickly, making this Lotus Orb come online pretty quickly if he works for it. But now you see the Dire just totally taking over their triangle here, kind of shutting down most of their farming potential, and could easily take out this middle tower if they look to push that. Both teams going to smoke up here. As looks like the Dire walking away from any of their opponents. But Snapfire disconnect. We got a pause going on. We'll see what's going on here. What's the problem? Looks like Matty Boy and his team are having a rough one this time around. Lots of technical difficulties going on this time. But we'll just take this time, check out some of these items. He's getting a... I won't tell him about that pause time. This time around, if it exceeds, then I'll let them know. But we'll let them get their guy back if Kid Dynamite crashed. Hopefully, Kid Dynamite's internet did not crash, because I know he's been having internet problems and he almost had to stop. He almost had to not make it to the tournament because of that. We just hope that's not the case, and we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So should have 2 whole minutes to get Kid Dynamite back on board. Got Radagast going for the Aether Lens. I think Aether Lens is really good on Sand King. It just gives him that much more of a jump catch potential, that kind of thing. Because the thing is another thing about his team fight is the more people he can stun, like the more range he has, the more people he can stun. And what gets him more range, Aether Lens, with his Burrow Strike. Burrow Strike's really his main ability. Sandstorm's great, Epicenter's great, but Burrow Strike really can lock down his team fight. The more people he's able to hit with that single stun. As always my goal here with the Sand King is you get that stun. I mean, the 2 best items I think for Sand King to get would be Aether Lens and then Aghanim Scepter. Because Aghanim Scepter also gives him that extra range and extra damage, making that Burrow Strike really tough for people to deal with. I would also give him, instead of the item he has, if he has better neutral item, because they don't have any cast range neutral items, looks like. But once they get one, I would put that straight onto Matty Boy. And just making his Burrow Strike, just enable that Burrow Strike to do its work. And make it just really tough for the enemy to deal with. Because if one of the enemies deals fine with Burrow Strike, let's say someone has a Lincolns, you just hit the person behind him. Don't aim for the guy with the Lincolns. And I'm pretty sure it'll make his Lincolns pop. That, or he gets hit by the Burrow Strike. Either one of those is good, but at least you're getting stuns with your Burrow Strike. And yeah, just don't aim at the Lincolns guy. But it doesn't look like any of these people will ever have any Lincolns, I don't think. Weaver generally the only one building Lincolns, but he is not a Lincolns builder in this game. But here looks like Spear Breaker working on his Aghanim Scepter, making that charge reduce and pierces magic immunity. That's a tough one. Yeah.
I'll help my weak and puny allies where I
What a
can.
surprise.
What? Looks like they should be all set. Continue this game.
Take a knee, peasant.
Wait for Dragon to continue the game.
Not what I expected. Absolutely perfect.
Alright, and the Coddle continues the game, and we are back on it. So, these two going out for a warding mission potentially. There's no real potential for kills. I think they know the team's over here. They have a ward spotting some of them out. Maybe not, actually. I don't think they walked in that triangle very much. And they were smoked when they did it. And now I'll just go for this tower. And yeah, they're really closing this map in, as the Radiant only able to take one tower so far. But this middle tower might go down if they focus in on it. Could draw back the enemy towards it. But no. The Dire are poking at their high ground and they get scared. And this Wraith King, whoa, very, very close. But I believe he still has Reincarnate available. So even if they take him out, that's only one life, and they might want to focus on some of the others before they do that. But that'll be two of them going down. Instant buybacks from the Sand King and the Disruptor. They come straight back into this fight. Nope, they'll take out the first life of this Wraith King. But miss the wall, and they'll bring him back in. Whoa, he's very, very low, but a nice Weaver ult keeping him alive. The cookie's going down, though, and this is a... Wow, they take out two. They take out three. They could get this one if they miss the stun, though. Ooh. And Matty Boy will go down from Dragon's ult there. As the Spirit Breaker will charge in, going on this Snapfire. But switches on to Yuumi. Spirit Breaker getting super low. Will not end up going down for this. The Yuumi trying to lock down this Void Spirit. He most likely will be getting out of here. Snapfire disconnect again. Most likely shut off his power again. Computer crashing. This game is pretty tough here. Hopefully Kid Dynamite returns again.
I almost feel bad. I almost feel bad.
I'm just gonna get water really quick. And I'm back, and we'll see what happens here. Still waiting for him to return. Kid Dynamite internet went out. See, just waiting for him to return. Just gotta wait. He'll be back soon. Let's see. Let's look here what Kid Dynamite's building. Looks like maybe we're going for a Force Staff. Could be really good. Get away from that Wraith King, things like that. You can Force Staff someone forward from the Fire Blast and things like that. It's a very nice item for him. We got a BKB coming in for this Faceless Void. And Spirit Breaker. Just barely got back. Alive. He is very close going down. And it looks like Kid Dynamite is back. It's already Spirit Breaker charge forward. Really protecting these towers, maybe make sure they don't get chipped down. Slizzy jumping forward. Well, just going for some fun. I wasn't sure if he was going to try for this Void Spirit. But Void Spirit should be out of there pretty quick. He has that jump potential. Just with the 2 jumps, he can get out. So it's a dangerous move to put your Chrono on the Void Spirit. If Void Spirit jumps last second and then your Chrono is just completely wasted. So it's a dangerous, very bold move to do. They do spot out this ward up here, I believe. They ping it out. Or maybe they ping out the coddle. Didn't quite see. But, hopefully, for Matty Boy's sake, his boys don't go down right here. But doesn't look like the... Oh, okay. Kid Dynamite's out again.
Take a knee, peasant. Take
I
a
almost
knee,
feel bad.
peasant. Stunning, isn't it?
This is pretty rough. Kid Dynamite may not make it back this time. I don't know. That's a 3rd power outage, and yeah, I don't know. To wait and see. Poor guy. I'm happy it didn't happen to him yesterday, but too bad it's happening right now. Looks like he's reconnected already, and he should be back at it. We should be good to go. As both teams call G, and we should start this game up again. But looks back here, Faceless Void could go down here, as they'll just chain stun him and he will fall. He has no buyback available. He was completely going for his BKB here. As Rubik Cross. No, looks like they had one of these guys AFK, so we'll wait around for him. As we wait for Smog to return, his Weaver. Hopefully Kid Dynamite's internet doesn't go down at the same time either. Alright, both teams call G, and we're back at it again. A lot of pauses this time around. And looks like a Spirit Breaker charge forward onto this Coddle. Oh, maybe not. Actually, he's going for the wave. But he'll get sent back by Radagast, and that charge does not connect, keeping his Coddle safe from that Spirit Breaker. Making sure they didn't find each other up in that top lane. Now we have Dragon TPing top, pushing out these waves. They're keeping all these waves very pushed in, making it very tough for any of these Radiant players to get out of their base, move around, get anything done. But this tower will slowly be chipped down. As the Dire have also completely taken over Vision. I don't know if there's a single Radiant ward on the map besides sentries. But looks like Rubik come forward, holding on to this Coddle, and they will bash him up and should... Oh no, Ghost Scepter, he walks away. He'll make it out, but Matty Boy trying with the Epicenter, but the BKB on the Wraith King making it do absolutely nothing. And, but there is a Faceless Void ult, and he will knock down one, and he's trying to go for two, but he could fall to this Spirit Breaker here. As this is not going to work out. Matty Boy trying to save his boy, but it doesn't make that happen either. With a Sandstorm slowing down this Wraith King, slowly chipping him away. They take out the first life. He has one left. And they will stun him, but the stun coming in from the Spirit Breaker, making Matty Boy pop. And Yeah, this game is just getting harder and harder for them. With a very early game feeling draft with Yumi versus a Void Spirit, who has a little bit more late game potential. It feels like this Coddle will start to be less and less effective until he gets an Aghanim Scepter or something of that sort. But he does finish his Ethereal Blade, so he will be able to make this Dagon more of a use. With the, I think it's 40%? Yeah, 40% more vulnerability to magic damage. And see what neutral items they have. Let's see what they're looking at. I really think this would be really well used on the Sand King. That, or you could even put the Cloak of Flame, something like that. His current item isn't really getting him very much. But there's a scan going out on the Roche pit. They actually think they're Roshing, I think. They have no vision out there, so they wouldn't know better. But there is no Roshan for another, I guess Roshan coming back in 2 seconds. And they will spot it here with the Weaver in the pit, and they know it's there, and they're pinging it. They're going to go take that Roshan, and it's going to be a very quick Roshan. Is most likely giving it to the Void Spirit here. Actually, they aren't bringing over Wraith King for this. Oh, wait, nope. Yep, they are. They are bringing over Wraith King now. And he blinks into the pit, and they should go down very quickly. And the Radiant are not able to do anything about it. The Dire scan, make sure they're safe, and they are. And there's a shard in there. Going to Void Spirit? Yeah, going to Void Spirit. And he has an Axe. He is all decked out. I mean, the silence with the pulses is really, really good. But they will smoke up and look for one final push here, maybe take out this team. But Yumi really knocking down at that Wraith King. But a nice ult from the Weaver brings it back. Full health. And charge in from Spear Breaker. Very deep under tower. Pretty far away from the rest of his team, but makes the space for this Wraith King to start knocking even more down at this tower. Cookie forward to stun up Wraith King, but he will walk out of this. Ooh, a nice glimpse from, oh my goodness, Sand King's gun got destroyed, but the Weaver ult was very, very nicely timed. And now there's, Void Spirit going very deep under tower, and Disruptor ult keeping him in place. And there you go, the Faceless Void knocking down first life, but that's only one. He still has a second one. He still has all his abilities up and ready to go. And they take out the Faceless Void. They should take out Kid Dynamite as well. Oh, no, wait, nope. Wait, no, Kid Dynamite takes them out. Oops. Jump forward from Faceless Void. Jump back. And it looks like we got a Rubik Chrono going on. Knocking down this Snapfire, but that's all they get from it. They'll take out the first Rax, though. And Faceless Void jumps forward. And this Void Spirit almost going down. Wraith King getting very low, but he does have his ult up again. And they'll only take out the Weaver with that Epicenter. Well, this Faceless Void, a pretty tight spot, blinks away in the right direction, getting himself out of there. But this Wraith King now left all alone. He's stunned up. He does have a Lotus Orb. Oh wait, where's the enemy Lotus Orb? And he's being held in his spot, but there is... Ooh, they do take him out. There's still a Spear Breaker coming forward, and he hasn't broken off his charge yet. Yeah, just trying to get closer to that area. But they do take out a Wraith King, and that's a huge win for them. That kind of shuts down any capability for them to close out this game for the next 80 seconds. It looks like Coddle is going for the next item, Aghanim Scepter. Hopefully he'll be able to finish it before this game ends. Because that could be a turning point in their team fight ability. Being able to hold on to all these heroes. Keep them stuck. It sets up for a nice wall and a nice Disruptor ult too. See these waves keep getting pushed out. And in the Radiant's face, they're not able to leave this base or keep it safe, really. As there is no backdoor protection for them. This bottom wave is now pushed out. And Rowdy guy's placing a ward right here, right in their vision. They'll spot it out. They'll know it's there. They saw him place it, and they will take him down. And they'll walk right over and take that out. 2 hits from the Spirit Breaker, taking out all their vision. They have no vision. They do not see a thing. It is a dark map for the Radiant. But this Caudle will try and make things happen. Try to keep these waves from knocking at their base. That's interesting. It doesn't he have spell amp with that? He has 16% spell amp, but it doesn't show up here. It says he has 6 from these. I thought the 16% showed up here. Interesting. Currently no move from the Dire. Still waiting on something to happen. They don't really have a whole lot of items left to build, I don't think. He already has Ags. He is just working on a... Is that Shiva's Guard? No. What is that? What is that? I don't remember. I am not very good at these item things. Is it one of these? No, it's not one of these. It is indeed a sheep stick. That's what it is. I was trying to figure it out. I knew it wasn't Shiva's Guard. It is a sheep stick. And I guess that could be nice for a chrono, but normally this guy is stuck in the chrono. So it makes it a little bit less good. That's interesting. Holding off these creeps with the wall. Trying to let their creeps push forward a little bit, I guess. But the Dire's team is actually pretty spread out, and if Radiant wanted to, they could potentially look for a pickoff. It's the only thing they could do to make this next team fight work. And I think with all the Dire abilities available, makes this fight very, very tough, especially with the time lapse has been very crucial in all these fights. Now I know what it's called. I kept forgetting what it was called. And not exactly sure if he understands that ability or not, the time dilation, because it only slows per cooldown, and he didn't have any cooldowns on any abilities on cooldown. Maybe just does it count for item cooldowns? I don't actually know if it does or not. But the sheep stick now finished on the Void Spirit. They're checking for Roshan. Roshan's not up for another minute and a half, so nothing will come from that. This Caudle just continuing to blast down these creep waves, and he actually is getting dangerously close to his Aghanim Scepter. As he, he's ready. He is ready for his Aghanim Scepter. He has it coming in, or his courier going out. Hopefully not caught out by this creep wave. Ooh, dangerous. But he is able to get away from that, and he will come back with his Aghanim Scepter, making this next fight a pretty tough one for the Dire. Because the Aghanim Scepter is one of his most powerful abilities. It can hold the whole enemy team in place, making it very tough for them to fight. Although the Wraith King does have the BKB available, I don't believe any of his other allies have BKBs. Nope, Spearbreaker does. But Wraith King jumped forward onto the Caudle, but he's being held in place. No time lapse of the Caudle ult does go out. And the Weaver trying to knock it down, but accidentally hitting the tower instead. And this Chronosphere going onto the Weaver as the primary target. And Cookie's going down with a wall coming up. But Rubik Chrono here to save the day for them. As Matty Boy is stopping them in the back lines, though. There are currently 2 dead on the Radiant, 1 dead on the Dire. And this Weaver, very, very close. Oh, but he will take out the Rubik. Sorry, I said Weaver, I meant Caudle, I think. And Burrow Strike up onto the Sand King, onto the Wraith King. But Sand King will fall for this, and most likely this is the game. Here is a ooh, wow, okay. They take out that one. I mean, it's only Wraith King and the Void Spirit up. It's Coddle stopping them from really getting anything done. They will draw the Wraith King back in. But that's straight on to Radagast, and he will fall for that. And Yuumi, really far forward. May not be able to get out of this. Yule Scepter. So go up, but he will fall. And we only have 2 up and ready to go. So we'll draw back this Wraith King again, but not really able to hold him in place. The Faceless Void is not going to be able to make it out of this one. That's another dead, and Yuumi now Vilac available. She's really trying to go for this Void Spirit, but a cookie forward. It's not really able to stun up anyone. But the nice Yuumi ult going out, but he will go down again. That's a dieback on Yuumi, and this game is over. No buybacks available. They call GG. And we are on to the second round now. Alright, and we're going to take a short break before we get on with the second game. But, yeah, a very strong performance. All right, and we are now entering. Oops, we are now entering into game 2. Turn my camera off real quick so you guys can see the bands. We'll see if it turns off. There we go. Camera is now off. Game sound is now on. We are ready to go, and we have the draft phase starting now with Matty Boy with his full allotted amount of time, not having to get the 70-second penalty there. So we ban the Meepo first phase with DaviruzZ. It's going to be Meepo and Huskar ban. We got a Sand King ban actually coming out from Orb Ponderers, even though they played that one last game. Also banning out the Weaver, maybe a little bit of a respect ban. That Weaver ult came in pretty nice in that last game for DaviruzZ Overcooked too. But let's see, on to the first phase of picks. Looks like they were planning on picking up that Weaver most likely, but they'll bring out the Grimstroke this game. And an instant pick from Matty Boy with a Spirit Breaker to start it off. Well, instantly snatches that one up. I mean, there was no time there. Guess maybe enjoying the fact that they have a little bit of reserve time to think through things, but they will pull out the second pick, a Treant Protector. Going off 2 strong picks right off the bat. The Treant Protector really keeping those towers safe, making sure that they can hold on to more of their objectives. And when you see that Pudge slipped through the banning phase, and they will pick it up. I think they may be planning to pick that one in the second round, but as we saw yesterday, those Pudge games were tough. Remember that Pudge game? It was one Pudge game, 27-2 on the Pudge with 37 flesh heaps. And that is nasty. That is a nasty Pudge game. And yeah, we'll see what they're able to put up against it. I think a big part of it, the lane wasn't good. I'm trying to remember who he was laning against. I know he really destroyed the Windranger, which no offense to the Windranger. I mean, that player is a great player. It was just this Pudge just was constantly on top of that Windranger. For those of you who are just now joining, you can check it out, but here we see it is 1 up on the side of DaviruzZ Overcooked 2. And Orb Ponderers is now trying to get back on par with this team. And we'll see if it's going to be a 2-0 or it's going to go to a game 3 after this one. But now banning out that Wraith King. Wraith King was super strong and a huge combination with this Pudge last time we saw this Pudge. Chris on this Wraith King is a deadly player. And nice to see that ban coming out for them. Yes, that Orb Ponderers looking to make him pull out a different hero this time. I believe Chris has played other heroes. I believe he played a Slark in one of these games. And that one didn't go so well for him, but we'll see what he's able to pull out. But I believe he also played Clinks in another game. So he has other heroes he can play. Although I heard his Clinks performance wasn't the greatest. I didn't witness a whole lot of it myself, but I did see that that Animage was able to run free most of the game. So if they put him on Clinks, the the Dire might not actually be terribly upset. Clinks doesn't seem to be too terribly useful.
10 seconds.
Now we see a PL ban coming out. Not really sure exactly what hero they're planning on picking here. Most like they're waiting on their position 3 here. As the Treant Protector, I believe, would be a 5, and the Spirit Breaker, I believe, would be a 4, but they could put it 3 up. And seeing 3 Spirit Breaker pretty often these days. Let's see here. Hopefully these guys don't get too much to the Matty Boy squad's heads with their voice lines. Certainly been spamming those out pretty often here. And we'll see. We still do not have Chaco on board with us right now. I'm not sure where he is. He is currently missing in action. And might just be joining for the finals if I don't find Chaco before then. But looks like we got a Lena pickup from Orb Ponderers. Most likely we'll see that middle. But it's still, they're probably leaving their options available on purpose. I mean, that could be totally be a 4 or 5 Lena. And you can just put the Spirit Breaker pause 3. But we'll see what this next pick is. We see a Dark Willow. And I believe that's going to be played by, I think it's going to be DaviruzZ Dark Willow. That's what it was last time it was played. Yeah, that's a pretty tough pick. Pretty nice for them, and see what they follow up with for that. Sorry. Let's see here. Using up their overtime here. Reserve time, I mean, not overtime. Alright, we get a Mars. That's a pretty nice pick. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I mean, that basically confirms this Pudge is going to be middle. And I don't think they won it any other way. This Pudge is going to be a tough one to fight against with the Arc Warden, though, coming out for Orb Ponderers. Looks like it can be Slizzy's hero. Maybe Yuumi, they could put it middle. Giving Yuumi that hard carry kind of hero. Which would mean they would only be missing a hero for Slizzy.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left.
Looks like Orb Ponderers just... Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting draft. It really leaves a lot available. They could put Arc Warden middle, or they could put a carry. They could put this Lena middle, or they could put it as a 4-5, or they could put this Tram Protector 4-5, or they could put the Spirit Breaker 4-3. Really, they could honestly put the Spirit Breaker 5 if they wanted to. It's a little bit of a push, but they could do it. Nice banner of this Life Stealer against this Mars or this Pudge. I mean, they might have been listening to Anani and I talking earlier, but if that's Life Stealer that came out, this Pudge would just be like a walking heap of health right there for this Life Stealer, because he does percentile HP like Life Steal. So that'd be a tough one. But a nice ban out of the Life Stealer. I think it's an obvious ban for them. We'll see what they do for the second ban. They still have a pick left to do. Just gonna eat away at this reserve time for this ban. In the words of Lambert, you're using reserve time for a ban? Yes, they are, Lambert. Sorry, I don't have anyone to cast with me, so I have to make people up. Alright. Looks like I got a Ricky ban and a Slark ban. Interesting Ricky ban. I guess just to get on top of that Arc Warden, it has a really easy time getting on top of him. So, good ban from them. And you could honestly still see a Medusa coming out from DaviruzZ Overcooked too. That could be a good pick for them.
10 seconds.
They might be eyeing Dusa. They didn't ban the Anti-Mage or anything like that, so that's still in the pool for this against the Dusa, but that's not a bad pick. Because Anti-Mage doesn't really want to play with an Arc Warden. But they pick up the Phantom Assassin instead. Very single target. Very, very good, easy time getting on top of this Arc Warden. They have a lot of ways to deal with the Arc Warden, it feels like, even with the Pudge and the Dark Willow and the Mars. The Arc Warden may have a tough time this game, because he doesn't really have a way out of the Mars ult, if he is like jumped on. But Stream Protector may be able to hold them down and keep them away from them enough with the armor as well, the living armor. And now getting into this last pick. Not really sure who they're looking at picking for this one. Most likely someone a little bit less carry. Potentially, could be a Monkey King, someone who likes to play a little bit more and farm with kills. Okay, the other person I was thinking, hero I was thinking of, Razor. I believe it's a very strong pick here against this PA, against the Mars. The Razor feels like it'll deal a big punch, and yeah, that's a Yumi middle with the Arc Warden, Slizzy with the Razor. I believe that's a decent lane setup there. And really giving, they know this Yumi is their strongest player. He's the highest MMR, and he can carry them through this game, and they're really banking on him being able to carry. Kid Dynamite taking up the 4 Lina, and Radagast to the Tree and Protector Matty Boy on the 3 Spirit Breaker. As we predicted, Dragon is going to be going middle with that Pudge, and the DaviruzZ on the Dark Willow. MKY, Pause 3 Mars, and the Chris with the PA, and obviously we have Smug on the Grimstroke. So that's a Pause 5 Grimstroke. All these positions, really, as we predicted. Just with Lina and Radagast, and Lina and the Tree and Protector, didn't really know where those two were going. Sorry. But yeah, we'll get this game 2 rolling, and we'll see how this series is gonna turn out. Are we gonna have a game 3? I want there to be a game 3. I would love to see a game 3. I would love to see Orb Ponderers be able to pull it around and make this game 3 happen. And I think it's very possible. You stick Yumi on a very strong carry hero, and he may be able to pull this game 3 around for these players. And it's gonna be a tough one. Like Overcooked is a very strong team. Dragon plays a nasty Pudge, and Chris is really proving himself in this tournament to be a strong contender. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how they pull around for this game. See Yumi displayed front and center with 70 and 62%. 17 and 62 win-loss on his Arc Warden. But let's check out these lanes. So this is it's going to be a really tough middle lane for Yumi, I think. Although Pudge actually not too bad against. Pudge is not too hard to deal with for Yumi as an Arc Warden. It's actually maybe not terrible. There could be worse heroes he could be up against, and he can keep his distance and maybe avoid getting those hooks. Just as long as he avoids those, he should be fine. In this middle lane, he should be able to last hit his creeps very, very happily. I think last time we saw the Pudge, I'm still trying to remember who it was against. Could have been Void Spirit against the Pudge, but I don't quite remember. If someone knows in the chat, always pop it in there. Happy for the help. Looks like we got the high fives coming out. That's a some nice morale boost there. Looks like there shouldn't be any really. They are trying to contend for this actually. They are looking line up for this rune. With MKY waiting in the Roche pit for this other rune. He does have vision of it, so he can see if someone's going for this. But yeah, they're actually contending for this, and I actually think Radiant should come out with 3 runes off the bat. They do, with no one set up to that other rune, and this looks like Radagast going down. He showed himself, and he will fall. But kill goes the way of the Smug, which could be really nice, giving him a little bit of a lead onto Boots and making him yeah, nice line. But he will have an easier time harassing this Lina if he gets Boots, or he gets, mana Boots, things like that. He'll be able to get this Ink Swell off and be able to walk faster to be able to get this Ink Swell pop on top of the enemies. As he will drop it onto Lina right now. This Lina, Kid Dynamite gonna have to stay out of lane, really. As Chris not gonna have a very easy time last hitting. And in the top lane, we have Slizzy getting a nice static link onto the Mars, but we'll be getting chipped down by DaviruzZ. But Slizzy does pack a big punch. He's got to be careful if he gets hit by this spear. This could really end it for him. If he is too close to these trees, he's got to keep his distance. I'm really curious how this bottom lane is going to go. It feels like they really want to fight down here. They have the Spear Breaker charge. They have the stun from the Lina. They might try and go on to the Grimstroke if he gets out of position at all. There is a lot of kill potential on them. So Grimstroke's knocked down a little bit, and one stun coming out. Will land the second one. And it looks like Grimstroke tried to set up for a kill onto the Lina, but Chris not able to jump forward for it. Or maybe just didn't jump forward for it, I don't know. Could have been on cooldown, but yeah, both teams will just walk out of that one. Looks like in the middle lane, Yuumi actually has taken more of a punch than I thought he would. Probably got hooked once or twice, or maybe just once, but still trying to heal up from that one. Seems like it was a rough go there. And if we look here, ooh, Lina getting chipped down really far and will go down. Chris taking that one, and Matty Boy should walk out of that just fine. And dropping those voice lines, just making this one hurt. And they will high five connect that one over on the two opposing teams. But now this wave pushed into Matty Boy. It's just fine. But the charge forward misses onto the Chris. I don't know if he was trying to go for Chris or if he was trying to go for the creeps. But looks like Matty Boy will keep this creep equilibrium in his favor for a little while. If Grimstroke was really looking to save this, I mean, he would need to clear up these two camps. He has this one blocked himself. He doesn't really want that because he can pull over here. He could do a double pull if he had those camps unblocked. But no, Matty Boy will keep this wave in his favor for a little bit, you know, and wave still pushed out closer to Matty Boy if he blocks up these creeps. And they are lower, so this will still push back out in his favor. As this won't even deny his own creep.
Anything good on it?
Most likely. Yeah, it won't. Yeah, it's back pushed out in his favor, but up top, I missed it. Razor goes down. Oh, with almost killing this Mars. But Slizzy will not make it out of that one. And these two top are super low, so it makes it tougher for them to contest with this. But the Razor's coming back in 1 second here. Does miss this creep wave that's already pushed out in the Radiant's favor. But Yuumi, middle lane. Vision of the Pudge, so there's not a whole lot of danger for him. He knows. The Pudge just hooking the creeps. Missed it, but looks like the Lina went down again. The Matty Boy making it out. He is not going to give up his life this game. Looks like they won't really be able to. They'll have a hard time killing him. He's a much tankier hero as opposed to the Sand King, who's just not a tanky hero at the beginning of the game at least. But Yuumi working on his Hand of Midas, getting closer to being there, and Dragon looking around to see if he could get a hook there, but he won't be able to, and they'll just go back to hidden creeps. Yeah, let me pull up the oops, wrong one. Last hits really, it's very, very even in this middle lane. The last hits altogether are not really swinging in one direction a whole lot. It's really just the kills, 4 of them going the way of DaviruzZ Overcooked too. And Slizzy in the top lane. I think this is a really interesting game because neither of the teams really takes late game exactly. It's pretty 50-50. Both of them have late game potential. And both of them, yeah, no, they both have mid-game potential too. But it looks like here, bottom, they will take out Chris. And that is the first time he's dying in this game. So, hopefully not first of many, as we hope that Chris has Matty Boy has a easier time this game. But he will go down to once. And looks like in the middle lane. It's been pretty stale. It doesn't seem like Dragon has much potential for fighting in this lane. But he does bring around DaviruzZ with a nice stun. But the Yuumi second heroing, oh my goodness, they also bring over the Grimstroke. Yeah, they will take out one. But Yuumi also takes DaviruzZ down with him. And tips on to Yuumi, trying to taunt him out, I guess, a little bit. As Dragon seems a very, very aggressive team with tips, taunts, and things like that. But the Yuumi taunt coming back as well, snapping right back. I think an interesting thing here to think about is like who's the classic counter to the to Chris, to PA is Lina. So having them lane together, I'm actually surprised it hasn't been as bad as it could be. But they will stop. Wait, he actually canceled his TP prematurely. He could have gotten out of that, but he doesn't. And he goes down for it. He stopped his own TP, and he could have gotten out of that one. Could have a deal going on with the enemy team. I don't know. That's interesting though. But Yumi here does have his Midas rolling in for him, so he will start stacking his bank account pretty nicely, as he has that coming up now, and he has his second Arc Warden coming up as well. As he's probably waiting for that Midas to come in, and he should be able to send that Arc Warden to get even more gold. He's able to stack this gold very nicely. Yeah, there you go. He walks forward, trying to see if he can make a move onto Dragon. Dragon able to use the illusion rune to get out of that one. As a nice use of that illusion. Almost like a Mantis style, able to get out. Oh, whoa! Looks like top. They got the Mars and they got the Razor. That's two of them, and they're looking to get Radagast too. But he may be able to get out. Nope, stun coming up. And there is a lockdown with the Brambles, but he's a tanky hero. Looks like they get the silence on him. He walks into another Bramble and he'll go down. As DaviruzZ whacks him with one last punch from the Shadow Realm. And the voice lines go down again. And up top, looks like Chris is being left alone for the most part. He is 5 and decided that, you know what, he doesn't make much use down here. There's not much kill potential on Matty Boy, so he's just going to leave lane and work with his other supports to make things happen, and that's really paying off for him right now. Next year they might want to look towards his Yumi, because I believe Yumi is going to start really stacking up this gold he's getting from this Midas. And this Arc Warden could get out of control. This is a 3.5k player, I believe, and he definitely has the potential to make this game count as he takes down the Dark Willow. And Pudge really packing a punch. There's no living armor coming out because it was already used, so they're not able to make that count. But the Pudge with the haste ring able to get out of here. And the tip's coming out onto Yumi, but Yumi's doing just fine. Yumi should be able to stay on top of this game. And when we see, if we look at the net worth charts, we do see a Pudge very steadily on top. Or very far on top, I mean. So pretty soon you'll start building up those flesh heap stacks if they're not careful. Working on his phase boots next. And Yumi just back at the farm. As yeah, if they're not careful, he very well could build up his gold very quickly. This is an Arc Warden. Arc Warden farms fast and is a crazy good late game hero. Smoke up on these 3 top heroes. They find Kid Dynamite, breaks their smoke. But missed a lot of the spells, but they do get this arena off onto the main one. They get this Razor, and they will take down 2. A nice hook from the Pudge, securing that kill for himself. And Lina does get a good stun off, but the silence onto Lina. May not be able to get out of this one, as the spear misses, and she will make it to the high ground with the Pudge. A nice hook onto Lina. We'll take that one as well. That was a really nasty hook there. Just walked straight into the path that he was predicted to walk into. And Yumi still back at the farm. Again, this game is definitely not lost. If you have an Arc Warden in this game, if this game goes out to like 45 minutes, I almost feel like this Arc Warden wins it against the PA. He just needs MKB, and the PA just melts to the Arc Warden. But they do see Slizzy, but he walks behind this creep wave. He's able to make it out. Try and fortify their catapult, but not able to. And DaviruzZ might be caught out here, as he's stuck between 2 nasty places, and he will go down. And the Radiant not really able to do anything about that. So I think the one thing we need to be careful of, this Pudge is... He's a nasty player, and he will keep gaining those flesh heaps, and he will keep dominating this game if they are not careful. I think something maybe they consider would be a Bloodstone could be really nasty on the Pudge. It might seem weird, but the more he builds up those stacks, the more his rot does. And if they don't build a pipe, that rot is just going to crumble everyone. It does a lot more damage than people give it credit for. With 120 damage already, he already maxed out his route. He knows what he's about. And only because if you get the Bloodstone, you get the Spell Amp. It could be really nasty with the Rot. But I think you get like HP regen with Bloodstone as well. That makes it pretty tough. Oh no, you know, but you get the HP regen with his heap stacks. And he now has, he now has a Invis Rune ready to go, and there's a Mars ult onto the Lina, and now onto Matty Boy. He's got himself stuck in there, and he might go down for that, as he will drop, and so will Kid Dynamite. And Yuumi just walking away, deciding that's not his fight to be in. And goes straight forward, and he's almost to his Mjolnir, or his not Mjolnir, his Maelstrom, and he's making it up there. He's now ahead of the PA and catching up very, very closely to this Pudge. Middle tower looked like it'll go down. Not able to be protected by the Stream Protector yet, but actually, Razor able to ward them off and dodge that hook and toss it over to Yumi's illusion instead. And Radagast walking forward, trying to keep people away from this tower. And if they're able to heal this up, they could keep it for a whole lot longer. Radagast still hasn't put the heals up on this tower yet. Should look to do that. They could keep this tower for the whole game. If he does, he still has this heal. He still has the living armor. He wants to heal this tower, but he is not healing the tower. Radagast. Oh my goodness. But looks like Slizzy doesn't realize there is a big old Pudge behind him. And they're going to take both of these two out if they're not careful, and they do. Both of those crumble. And Matty Boy and Kid Dynamite are not able to help out. And this tower is still not healed in, so it could go down from this. If they are not careful, they don't protect this tower, it is going to go down. And Yuumi still nicely farming up these Ancients, and now has another Midas available, able to stack that gold on top of itself. But looks like this middle tower, it will go down. There's no protection, no heal coming out from the Stream Protector. That tower is going to fall. That may have been worth it buying back. And he will get hooked right off the bat, right after TPing. He will go down. As that is a Pudge and a Grimstroke, and they will just knock him down. And just building those stacks for this Pudge. And this Yumi's game gets that much harder. If he's really planning to carry this game, he's going to have a tough time. But now working up on his Boots of Travel, so he will have that mobility, able to use that second Yuumi very, very well in this game, able to push out these waves and keep this game lasting a long, long time if he can make use of this. But they're trying to go in for a move onto Yuumi. They know he farms in this area, and he backs out of there. Looks like warding this area. Just want to control this top half of the map, cutting off Yumi's options, but I think Yuumi can make use of this bottom half of the map if they're able to put some vision there. He can farm that too. And Yuumi, still on top of that net worth. Has enough for his Boots of Travel now. And I think the only person who's really struggling in this game would be Slizzy. Just having a tough time getting in on it. He really should get a BKB or something like that. Although I understand Pudge does pierce a BKB. Could get him out of these Mars ults though, as he gets stuck on another one, and Pudge walks straight in and just says hello and chops him up to pieces. Eats up that Razor. And yeah. Oops, sorry. Just another kill on the Matty Boy. I believe Chaco just messaged me. We'll see if Chaco hops in on this one.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand. Radiant fortified the structures. Pretty good move if you ask me.
Oh, what's up, Chaco?
Tower's under attack.
What's up?
Well, what's up? I got the screen share going, so you can hop in on that if you want to. Yeah.
I didn't realize the games are starting at like 2.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So currently, our boys are down 1. Yuumi is down 1, but Dragon yesterday dominated on this Pudge with like a 27-2, and he is still dominating again in this game. is not going very well. Yeah. He's just running around destroying them. So this game is going about the same as yesterday's games went. And yeah, it is an Arc Warden though, which you have some capability to come back from this.
Their heroes kind of counter the Arc Warden. I think that
Yeah, that's true.
that hero's not the game very easily unless Yumi pulls off some very cool gameplay.
Yeah, I think this is not a lot. It's a very tough game for him, especially because this Pudge player, like, he really knows this hero. It seems like, and he already has like 16 flash sheep stacks built up. Like, he's already been destroying this game, and I don't know. It'll just get tougher and tougher for them, as it's already 23-5 on the kills.
Yeah, I don't know about coming back from this one.
Yeah. Yeah, sadly they picked a Razor as their hero, but he really hasn't come online at all. He has no BKB yet. Hasn't built on except for his Boots of Travel, which aren't really getting him anywhere. Hasn't traveled very far with those, and a nice Mars ult coming out onto Yumi. But the Mars is alone. He will go down, as his two allies backed out of that one. Pudge didn't come in to finish anybody off there. In my opinion, I think that's maybe a missed opportunity, but I don't know. But yeah, no, this the Razor with the Boots of Travel has not actually done anything with those yet. He's just been, I think he's trying to keep up his static link, I guess, is the reason for that. But yeah, I don't know, hasn't really gotten him anywhere in this game so far.
They're decent items. Really, just like what you're saying, keep the static link, but man, only item at 19.
Yeah.
That's no good at all. They'll jump you and kill you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think what he's thinking is the hard thing is a BKB doesn't get him out of what's it called? Dismember. But I mean, it could still get you out of like a stun from a Grimstroke or a Dark Willow or something like that. Like there is, and the Mars ult, he could get out of the arena. But this Pudge completely eats the Lina ults. It does not care, but he might actually still go down for this. Yeah, they do take him.
Alright.
And I guess he got a little too bold, hopped into 4 of them.
Yeah.
And there's a Mars arena. We'll take one. Chris, we're jumping in with the PA. Finds Radagast as well, and they should take him too.
Alright, well, Pudge for 4.
Yeah, Pudge for 4 feels like Radiant side. Yeah, as they take out Yumi, and I think that's really the one hero you want to have alive right now. Yeah. So hopefully we see Slizzy able to build up a BKB. I think the sad thing here is Slizzy has no real offensive items so far. It's all, like, except for his static link. But now he's caught out by the Dark Willow just by himself, and he'll solo kill him, I think. This should be a solo kill. A static link goes off, and Kid Dynamite comes over to help out. But Razor will go down, and Dark Willow may be able to walk out of this with a nice fear onto 3 of them. They just take one and walk out. But I mean, if there is any win potential, what do you think? What do you think that is for the Dire? What do they have to do?
Honestly, if Radiant plays well, I don't think there is any. Radiant just like goes mid, takes that tower, gets Roche, and Roche on mid.
Yeah.
Takes their base. If they
you really feel like,
yeah, Dire can just split the map. But
yeah, so it was really lost to the draft, you think, huh?
oh no.
Oh my goodness, they catch Yumi again.
Not really
Yumi's down.
more like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. Matty Boy and Treant Protector both go down, and there's a static link on to Chris, but he'll jump right off of that, and they should get Slizzy as well. There's a nice hook onto him. Nope. Hooks Chris instead.
Oh.
But still the slow from the rot. He just won't make it out. Yeah, this game is really rough. What were you saying?
Man's got the Axerot too. That's scary.
Yeah, very, very scary. It's how much damage increase is that? It's 100 damage increase. Yeah, that's
Big
insane.
damage, big range. It's insane.
Yeah.
Chill, bro. Chill and flex, bro. Smile.
Yeah. This Pudge is so scary in this game. There's not a whole lot they can do to him.
I think if Pudge gets a BKB, then I don't know what they do to him. BKB or
Yeah.
even like a halberd.
Yeah, yeah. A halberd would be really, really good. Last game, just to update on last game, was very entertaining because Matty Boy's crew showed up super late, so they had 70-second penalty on their draft.
Oh,
It was a pretty sad one, and so they went down with Yumi Coddle mid, which was a little bit rough.
no.
Yeah. Went for like I think it was 5 null talismans and then first item Dagon or something like that. And yep, they're going straight into Roche like you said that they should do. They're playing this one right. Take Roche and they could probably do you think they could end the game with the next team fight? I almost think they could.
Yep. Just like what they want to do is they want to be taking fights like outside of the Dire base, so that if they win a fight, then they can just go straight into their base and end the game.
Mhm.
Don't go back to your side of the map for any reason, because you still have all your tier 1s up.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like this Treant Protector hasn't felt like Treant Protector in this type of Dota is mostly used for healing his towers. Honestly, like that's his main part of the game. But it doesn't really. I guess you missed it, but middle tower tier 1, it was a whole like. I don't know. I feel like he was walking around with his living armor for a whole minute and didn't use it once on the middle tower, and it went down for that reason.
Oh.
And really kind of hurt Yumi's farming having that middle tower is really, really nice. Gives you that vision. But yeah, so I don't know. It feels like it's been a rough game, rough gameplay. Kid Dynamite now getting his arcane boots. And it feels like this Pause 3 Spirit Breaker doesn't really have anything to show for it right now. Only with a Shadow Blade. It's kind of rough.
That is not the items that you want to see out of your Pause 3. Wow, he only has 5,000 net worth at 25 minutes. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, we see MKY now building his BKB. Has a blink and a Yule. Is able to set up pretty nicely onto this Lina. It's a Pause 4 that they pick off. And honestly, it doesn't feel like Lina has a whole lot of capabilities in this game. Targeting the wrong player, in my opinion, because probably should be going for this PA with her abilities, but instead going for Pudge. But nice Mars ult to get. I think gets what 3 with that, or just 2. But takes out Yumi. It's a whole team wipe, and this is probably the game. I only have 2 buybacks available. And
I don't see them holding this at all.
no, me neither. Yeah, I think this is a tough one here. Yeah, their jump potential onto Yumi is just too strong. Yeah, it looks like Yumi will buy out and not safe for buyback. He finishes up a Chrysalis.
I don't think that buyback does much for him here. I also don't think that Chrysalis does anything for him either.
Yeah. Feels like there's not a whole lot to do in this game for them. And let's just chop down a second lane of racks right here. We got a TP coming in from... Oh, it's just a Yumi illusion. And not a whole lot they could do. There's no Mars Arena ready right now. But let's check out the illusion and keep hitting these racks. Trying to go on to Chris. And they take out the Aegis, but that's just an Aegis. And that's a double dismember onto 2 of them. And yeah. I think this game is very, very over. Buyback from the Razor. trying to do something, but they could just hook him again if they wanted to. And Radagast goes down to a crit from PA. And it looks like a Mars Arena holding on to the last two of them, and that's GG is called, and that is the end of this series. 2-0 from Dragon and his team. Yeah, that was too good. That was a very clean game. That's 43-8. That was a little bit more of a slaughter than I saw yesterday in game 2. But yeah. All right, and we'll see if we can get an interview from these two captains real quick. See if we can get Matty Boy first. And we'll see if we can get Dragon really quick. And then, yeah. Alright. We will. Oops, real quick. I'm gonna open up this channel. Alright, I think Matty Boy's joining in right now. Just told him to hop in. I'll just wait for him. And then we'll get Dragon.
Howdy.
Howdy, what's up, Matty Boy?
Nothing much.
So I just want to get your thoughts on this game. I know it was a rough one for you guys, but like, where do you really think it went wrong for this one?
Oh, I don't know. I just am not very good. At the moment, I'm just not playing very well. I think I got like maybe 2 kills across 2 games. Had probably over 30 deaths.
Yeah.
Definitely wish I had banned the Hodge instead of SK.
Yeah, I think this he just has a really nasty Pudge display over this tournament at least.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you walk out of this one. You walk out of this one with a prize, so that's at least nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. got to make it through the first round.
We did make it to round 2, so.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, were you really banking on Yumi carrying you guys through this game?
Honestly, after he asked me on the team, all right, fuck yeah, we can kind of just underdog through, but it was not my deck.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, you guys were a lot down a player. That made it kind of rough. I felt really bad having a rule book for the first game with the 72nd.
Yeah, no,
but
it happens. I don't know where Boofus went.
Yeah.
Happens,
But
man.
that makes it kind of tough. Down a player. You had Kid Dynamite to had a poor guy had to disconnect like 4 times.
Yeah,
So that made it kind of
one,
rough.
He had a rough time.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you, man. I mean, you're certainly welcome to come back for the season 2 of the tournament coming up in a few months. But yeah, best of luck to you, and good luck in LD2L.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. All right, and now we'll pull Dragon on with, I think, 3 of his players. Two of his other players are gonna come on. Just gonna wait for them to join in. Yeah, I don't know. It's I'm gonna look at those charts real quick. Just
Whoa,
kind
there's
of
a lot of people.
a lot of people in the voice chat.
Yeah. That's the whole
Hey, what's
squad.
going on, guys? Got Dragon, DaviruzZ, and Smug all here. I know, I can't hear any of them. Are they all muted?
I just
What was that? I'm still unable to hear anyone. I have no idea if they're talking or not.
If you're saying something, we still can't hear you.
Nope. Discord, is it working now?
Oh, okay, now it's
Yeah.
working. There we go.
Awesome. What's going on, guys?
Alright. If you said anything, we kind of missed it.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. I was just trying to figure out why my mic and why it was not working and why I couldn't hear anyone. But now I got it figured out, so we're all good. All right. Yeah. So how did the game feel, guys? That was super strong performance from you guys. So like, tell me a little bit about how you guys felt about that one.
I mean, if they gave me the pudge, you know, I'm just gonna pick it. I mean, we had the Grimstroke combo, so it's just like, you know, kind of a no-brainer. And I'm just like, you know, I have played enough games on this hero where I don't really care what I'm laning against. I can win most lanes on it, so I'm just chilling.
Yeah. Smug, I want to talk to you a little bit. I'm happy you're here. I was very curious. I'm still curious about the way that you play. I mean, you have like a 63% win rate, I think, in Dota 2, and I was surprised to see the rank that you are, only because that's a super high win rate just in general to have.
Yeah.
So
I've played other games competitively. This isn't my first like. When I came to Dota, it was on the back of having played Overwatch competitively at a very high level, Siege competitively at a fairly high level, and League competitively at a fairly low level. So I had a lot of like gaming experience, and every game that I had played past after League, I'd gotten really interested in like the competitive side of things, and so I taught myself how to learn a game to a decent level. I wouldn't say a high level, but I know how to like sort of teach myself how to learn. And I think that I went from being like a 45% turbo, 45% win rate in turbo only player to like a 60% win rate over the course of about 6 months.
Wow.
I mean, it just really comes down to like, especially because I got out of Herald and Guardian. Herald especially, mostly solo queue pause 5. And so a lot of it comes down to just being like really high tempo, playing really fast, playing really aggressive, but then also like, you know, I got coached and I'm still getting coached and I will continue to get coached, and like that's just something you can do that just helps you improve at so much like faster a rate. It's just kind of crazy. I think a lot of times when you look back at like your own gameplay, a lot of times when you do something, you're like, oh, here's why I did this, so it's right. But when you have a coach or someone else look over it, a lot of times they can be a lot more objective. I think that having someone else like being objective, watching your own gameplay, just makes just that much of a difference.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you continue at the rate you're at, you could certainly start scaling that MMR and just get up there. But I agree. I mean, having a coach definitely helps. I think Choco, you had a coach for a long time, helped you get out of. Well, I think the lowest you ever been was Ancient, but or Archon. But yeah, I mean, you got a coach, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat.
I got a good amount of helping from folks. It definitely helps a lot to just yell at you and say why you're stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Relatable.
The Therion coaching experience.
Very coaching experience
Yes.
indeed.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
That is one thing that has been kind of instilled in me, and I will pass it on to everyone watching stream, is when you're playing mid and the siege creep rolls in, you must remove the siege creep as quickly as possible. This is something that was literally pounded to me, and I love playing Pudge because it's literally the easiest hero to remove the siege creep on. You'll see if you're watching the thing closely on mid at like the 5-minute mark, I literally just walk up, hook the siege card immediately, and then I just play my own game from there, because at that point the other mid is forced to like essentially remove their card, but they might not have like a built-in mechanic to remove the creep instantly. So there's roughly a 30-second buffer where I can do whatever the hell I want on the map, and they can't do the enemy mid can't do anything to respond, otherwise their tower just gets hit with a catapult.
Yeah, I think that's pretty smart.
I think one of the things that makes us like why we've been having so much success is that we've played a lot together, and we've also been coached by the same people, specifically the same person. So we have a lot of experience being able to just like yell at each other, and like, okay, like, yeah, I'm tilted, and like, yeah, this person's yelling at me, but I can still like take what they're saying objectively, and like, you know, no matter how a game goes, I feel like we're able to reset pretty well for the second game. Like, no matter what happens, like, we're able to really, no matter how tilted people are, or other people seem, like, we're really able to like listen and then like adapt for the next game.
I mean, to be fair, this is like Davi's impact in most of these games. He's the kind of PMA voice in our comms that's giving us kind of, I guess, the easy way to like view the game. Just easy shot calls, easy macro stuff that just kind of makes us like mentally reset. So we don't tilt as much.
He's the space creator.
I died like 20 times. I'm literally like the person with the most deaths like every game. But I don't care. I think like if I can sacrifice my life and like something good like happens with my team, like I don't know. I just don't care. I just run at people.
Yeah, I mean, you guys play a very carefree game, but it works out for you guys every time so far.
It's a very controlled kind of aggression, and that's like built, I guess, through like many games that we've played together. We know what our limits are, and we know what each other's limits are, so we could essentially play that way because we know that each other is essentially backing everyone up. Right? So like, if I go in, I know that the supports will have my back if I'm trying to get out. And I know that if they man up, then I can hook them out, for instance. So there's always kind of a way out, even though it looks kind of insane.
No.
I think part of that is that like part of our struggles in the first series were Dragons played with everyone, and like Davi and I have played with Chris and Dragon, but I haven't really played with Mickey much. So that was a new experience for me. I think once we figured out how, like it took us one game to figure out how everyone wanted to play, and then after that, I think things got really figured out. I think that also just after that series as a whole, we just were like, oh, like here's how everyone wants to play the game, and like since we already kind of stylistically, there's a lot of similarities between what we sort of want to do and our ideas. I think it was just really easy going into game 2. Having worked out what had sort of gone wrong in the first series, especially in regards to like playing at a higher tempo and keeping up map pressure and objectives. I think we did a really good job of that, especially game 1 was good and then game 2 was fantastic.
Yeah. And so wrap up this interview here for them. Choco, do you have any questions, anything you want to say or anything like that?
Not really. I only came into the game at like the last 10 minutes of game 2.
Yeah. Yeah, but
the boys like get the middle tier tower, go Roche, and just end the game.
it was a very, very quick finish. A 26-minute game, almost 27. But it was really, really strong performance, and I think you guys got the finals coming up tonight. And most likely, I think you guys are. I don't actually know if the other game is concluded yet. Most likely not. This is a super quick series. But yeah, we'll see who you guys are up against. But best of luck to you guys in the finals, and I think you guys are gonna kill it.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Good luck.
Cool. Take it easy, y'all.
Yeah, take it easy, man. All right, and that will conclude our stream for now. And check back to the Discord to find out the time. Let me go check real quick just to make sure I know what time it is. The finals will be happening tonight at 6 p.m. East. So check in then, and we'll be having the finals. And you can always check in at a Nani stream and finish up that whole series. But thank you, Chucker. Thank you for joining me. Are you going to be joining for the finals tonight, do you think?
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe? Alrighty. Well, we will see if we get Chaco for the finals tonight. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you, Chaco.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Alright.